Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, the 24th of February, and we're on your third maths lesson of the week. We're still continuing with our statistics unit, and we're talking about the mean again today and how we use it to solve problems. So as usual, we've got your starter here with your two questions. You need to be thinking carefully about how you might solve them and solving them either in your home learning book, your whiteboards, whatever you're using to do your workings. You're used to it by now. The first one should be fairly straightforward. The second one, again, just takes a little bit of thinking about, a little bit of logical thinking. So pause the video and have a go at them for me, please, now. Right, let's move it on then. The first one, Leo has £25. He buys the following items. He buys a burger for £4.25. He buys a muffin for £1.95. He buys a pizza for an unspecified amount, and he has £12.50 left. We need to use how much he's got left to work out how much the pizza costs. So first thing we do is have our 25 and take away the £4.25 to leave us with £20.75. We then take away the price of a muffin from that. So £20.75, take £1.95 is £18.80. And we know that we've got £12.50 left once he buys a pizza. So we take that £18.80 we've got, we take away the amount that we've got left, and that the price we're left with, or the amount we're left with, will be what the pizza costs. So 18.80 take 12.50 equals 6.30. So £6.30 is what the pizza costs. Now, question number 2, Jane reads a book. On Monday, she reads 26 pages. On Tuesday, she reads 2/5 of the remaining pages. On Wednesday, she reads the final 36 pages. How many pages are there in the book? So to do this, we ignore on Monday, she reads 26 pages. On Tuesday, she reads 2/5 of the pages, of the remaining pages. So we're not quite sure. On Wednesday, she reads the final 36 pages. So if 2/5 of remaining pages are read here, then these pages that are left would be 3/5 of the remaining pages. So we can say 3/5 of the remaining pages equals 36, and then divide through by 3 to get 1/5. So 1/5 equals 36 divided by 3, which is 12. So if 1/5 equals 12, let's find the whole of that remaining pages. So we need 5/5, so we times the 12 by 5 to get 60. Now we go back to this on Monday, she read 26 pages, and we add that to our 60, which is the total of the remaining pages, which gives us 86. So there are 86 pages in the book. Hopefully we did okay with those ones. Now today we're looking to solve problems involving the mean. There's going to be different types of problems that we're going to look at, and you're going to use what we learned about the mean yesterday to solve them. So our star words again are mean, total, divide, average, and we will need to multiply today to solve some of those problems. So the first type of problem we're going to be looking at is how to find a missing piece of data from a set. So from your data set, if you've got the mean, you can find the missing data. So if we've got the following data set here, we've got 14, 5, something, and 7. So we've got a missing bit of data, but we are told the mean of the set is 7. So if we know the mean and we know some of the data and how a piece missing, we can find that missing piece. So the first thing we do is add the total of the data that we've got. So we've got 3 numbers of our data. So 14 add 5 add 7 is 26. We've got that. We then multiply the mean, which is 7, by the number of pieces of data that we have. So we do 7 times 4. So we don't have this piece of data, but it's still going to be a bit of data. So we do 7 times 4. Which is almost doing the inverse of the mean, because we would divide by 4 to get the mean. So if we times by 4, we've got what the whole data set adds to make. So 7 times 4 is 28. So all 4 bits of data add to make 28. And we know that 3 of them add to make 26. So to find that missing piece, we take the 26 away from the 28, and what we're left with will be that missing piece of data. So 28 take 26 is 2. So the missing piece of data is equal to 2. So we add up what we've got, we times the mean by the total number of bits of data, and then we do the subtraction. Just as we did in our starter question, we have to find the pizza price, we have to find the total, and then do some inverse use of taking away. So what I'd like you to do today is use, firstly, the method we've just done. So add the total of the bits of data times the mean by the number of bits of data you're meant to have, so in this case 4, and then do the takeaway. I would like you to, in your home learning book, set them out nice and neatly, and could you find the missing piece of data for each of these 10 data sets, please? So pause the video and go and have a go at doing that, please. Fabulous. Right, let's talk about some answers. So the missing data for each one. Data set number 1 was missing 10. Data set number 2, 1. Data set number 3 was missing 7. Data set number 4 was missing 4. Data set number 5 is missing 3. Data set number 6 is missing 7. Data set number 7 is missing 0. Data set number 8 is missing 4. Data set number 9 is missing 16. And data set number 10 is missing 9. So there are your answers for the missing data. Hopefully we got quite a few of those. If you didn't, that's okay. You can message me on Teams and we can talk about a method, message your teacher. But once you get that method, it's fairly straightforward to follow. So we'll get there. Now, what I would like you to do is to, in your home learning books, there are 3 different problems here. I want you to just have a go at them. I want to see what you can do, because these are the sorts of questions you might come up against in assessments and things like that. So I want to see how you would tackle them. So the first one is similar. Well, I shouldn't really be telling you, but the first one's similar to what we've just done. That was a missing bit. Second one, there are loads of solutions you could have. I just want you to find at least 5. If you want to go on to find more, that's great. But if you could just find 5 different solutions, that'd be fine by me. And the third one takes some good logical thinking. Once you look at it and find the way to solve it, it's fairly straightforward, but it just needs a bit of thinking about. So pause the video, have a go at all 3 of these questions in your home learning book, setting them out nice and neatly, please. Right, let's talk through your answers. So the first one, the mean number of goals scored in 6 football matches was 4. Use this information to calculate how many goals were scored in the 6th match. So we use the method we add up the data we've got, we times a mean by the total number of data, and then we take away. So we have 8, 4, 6, 2, and 1. 8 add 4 add 6 add 2 add 1 is 21. The mean is 4, we're told that, and there are 6 bits of data. So 4 times 6 is 24. We then, to find that missing value, we take the total number of value of all of it with the mean included, the missing number included, sorry, and take away what we've got, which is the 21. So 24 take 21 is 3. So the number of goals in the 6th match, don't know why I've got a calculator, in the 6th match was 3. Well done if you got 3. Next one, 3 football teams each played 10 matches over a season. The mean number of goals scored by each team was 2. How many goals might the teams have scored in each match? How many solutions can you find? So you could have had any sets of 10 numbers, because there are 10 matches, which add to make 20. Because 20 divided by 10 gives us that mean of 2, which is what we need. So as long as your numbers add to make 20 and you've done 10 of them, you're probably right. So here I had 2 add 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 2, 10 times, and divided by 10, which is a mean of 2. Add 3 add 1 add 4 add 5 add 3 add 1 add 3 add zeros, which will give me 20, divided by the 10 bits of data, and that will give me 2, because you're allowed zeros, because teams score 0 goals sometimes in football. So as long as you find 5 different ways to get 20 with 10 numbers, then you are absolutely fine. So just count your numbers. If you've got 10 in each one, it makes 20, and you're good. The final one was a bit of a thinker. There's lots of writing here. I'm going to talk you through bit by bit. Work out the age of each member of the family if Mum is 48 years old, Teddy is 4 years older than Jack, and 7 years older than Alex. So I started at the top. work my way down. And the reason I started at the top is because I'm told the age of mum. So mum and dad have a mean age of 50. There are 2 of them. So the mean would be divided by 2. Mum is 48 years old. We do the opposite here. Okay, can use the inverse. The mean age is 50. That means we've divided by 2 to get there. So times 50 by 2 would be 100. So the total age of them is 100. Mum is 48. So we take away the 48 from 100, giving us 52. So dad is 52. That's those 2 sorted. We then move on. Teddy is 4 years older than Jack. So if Teddy is 4 years older than Jack, the mean age of Teddy and Jack is 13. So again, we'd do the inverse. We find the total of both their ages. So 13 times 2, because there's 2 of them again, would be 26. Now, we've got that 26, and we now need 2 numbers which add to make 26, which are 4 apart. This was a bit of trial and error. Okay, so because we know that Teddy needs to be older than Jack. So we could try different numbers. We could try 10 add 6. Would be 16. That'd be nowhere near because we're looking at 26. 20 add 6, sorry. Are those 4 apart? No. We could try 13 add 13. They're not 10 apart, and you would eventually, if you went systematically, end up with 15 and 11. Both add to make 26, and they are 4 apart. Those are the 2 numbers you needed to have. Teddy's the older one, so he is 15, and Jack is younger, so he is 11. And the last bit we're told is Teddy, is older than Jack, but is 7 years older than Alex. So Teddy was 15, and he's 7 years older than Alex. Okay, so first thing we do is we're going to find the total age of both of them. So 6 times 2 is 12. So Alex is 7 years younger than Teddy, who's 15. So we do 15 take 7, which gives us 8. So Alex is 8. We know their total age is 12. So that must mean 12 take 8 is 4, which means Eva is 4. So I'm going to set it all out for you. Mum is 48. Dad is 52. Teddy is 15. Jack is 11. Alex is 8. Eva is 4. If you got that, amazing stuff. If you didn't, if you got it through watching my explanation, brilliant. If not, watch it again and then maybe have another go at it, and you'll see that if you went logically using the inverse of that means times by 2 each time to find the total, it was gettable. Now, as usual, we're building up to our times table assessment. So if you could spend 10 to 15 minutes practicing those tables, quick recall, that would be amazing. And then we're back to our next session tomorrow. Bye-bye now.